It's time for a happy hour with the Hombre. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Happy Hour with the Hombre. We have some really exciting guests joining us today. I'm super excited to share their distillery and their tequilas and stuff with you guys today. Talking about that, how many of you have brought some San Matias Tequila with you to sip on? Myself, I've got a whole selection here that I'll be sipping on tonight. And right now I'm working on the San Matias Tohono Line. Super good tequila. I've got one of my favorites, which I'm sure many of you have tried before. If not, you owe it to yourself to do it. It is the Reserva Extra Añejo. I have the San Matias Gran Reserva sitting here too. Also a very nice French oak aged tequila. And then a really good budget option where if you haven't checked it out, you should. It's great for making cocktails as well as for sipping. The Pueblo Viejo line is great. Hey, greetings from Cincinnati, Jay. Glad that you guys can make it. What is that? Thanks for. I was wondering if some of yours are better than others compared to wine. Well, we're not doing a question and answer session. Save that for Monday, and I'll answer that question for you. But yes, some years on the agave harvest, some harvests are better than others. It all depends on if it's, if they're doing single fields or what they're doing. All right, so let's not waste any more time, though. Let's welcome our guests. Please welcome to the screen the owner and CEO of Casa San Matias, Carmen Villarreal, and her Chief Communication Officer, Humberto Ojeda. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Hi, good evening. Hi, Mark. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Carmen.
Hi, everyone.
I really enjoyed when I was able to come down and visit your distillery and, of course, hang out with my friend Humberto and have dinner with you. That was great. It was like one of the thrills of my trip the last time I was down there, even though you made me eat worms and crickets. So,
it's part of the experience, Mark.
It was part of the experience. And Casa San Matias, the whole distillery, you guys are like my Mexican family. So
thank you, Mark, for considering.
A lot of love from the heart here for Casa San Matias. All right,
you need to visit us again.
Yeah, I definitely will. Next trip, I already told Humberto that I'm in, and we'll get together and we'll visit and we'll talk about maybe doing some other buys for the Tequila Barrel Collective. Talking about that, Humberto, our second barrel just landed for the Reserva. So, yeah.
I hope you like it. I hope everyone likes it. Yeah.
We're excited about it. I've just started collecting names. So if you are interested in getting in on a bottle of our second barrel, email me, let me know. Join the Tequila Barrel Collective at tequilabarrelcollective.com, or you can email me at tequilabarrelcollective@gmail.com and let me know you're interested. It's really good. Humberto can tell you I picked the first two barrels that they ever did for the barrel picks out of there, and Humberto made sure that I picked the best one. So,
and you did.
There you go, straight from the distillery. All right, so to start off our questions, Carmen, you've accomplished a lot with the distillery, and it's been amazing some of the things you've accomplished. When you took over the distillery, you were the first woman to run a tequila distillery and to own a tequila distillery. And what was that like for you, trying to run a distillery in what previously was pretty much a man's world in the tequila world there?
Well, to me, I need to be very honest. I think it's the same. I have never feel like something different because I'm a woman or if I have feeling something different, it should be like something like empathy and a lot of respect from all my colleagues. I really enjoy it. I have been running San Matias for 24 years now, and definitely is one of the most rewarding experiences in my life.
Oh, that's
for
awesome.
Me. Like people is my passion, and leading a very talented and committed team is the best. I enjoy every day at work, And with the team, we have created beautiful things and wonderful things, and I enjoy that so much.
Awesome. And I know you've been doing some really great things there as far as women equality and stuff in the workplace. And you guys earned like the best place to work certification. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, well, we were the first tequila distillery in receiving that certification. That happened several years ago. I don't remember how many, but a few. And the thing is that we work always with the team, with all the team to improve life conditions and work conditions and everything. So we have implemented a lot of programs. And years ago, I wanted to know how far we were from like the top companies in the world. So we called them. They came and they made like the survey that they normally do with all our practices. And I was very surprised that immediately we got the certification.
Oh, nice.
So it was like a surprise. And for example, we are the only tequila distillery with the equality of gender certification. It's equality. I'm always confused with the term.
Yeah, equality. Yeah, that's correct.
Equality.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's because we offer the same opportunities for men and women.
That is awesome.
We have like half and half in number of employees, but it's more than having half and half. Is the thing is to offer equal opportunities for both. So it's something that we do naturally. It's not that we have a plan. It's simply, well, of course, being a woman, I reinforced and I believe in the talent and the capacity of women as equally as men. So I think in this world we need to stop like the competition, and we need to learn how to share any space in the world, because this world belongs to both, to women and men.
Well, I firmly agree with you there. And being somebody that's in a household with just women, so it's just me and my wife and my daughter, and trying to raise a 13-year-old. She likes to play ice hockey in a boys game, and she's doing really well and not afraid of the boys and can play just as good as them. So I'm all about women empowerment as well, and I think it's fantastic that you give that opportunity. And when you go to the distillery, you definitely can see in the people's faces and stuff that they're happy to be there. Everyone is so nice, and you can tell they're just having a great time working on making a great product for you, which is fantastic. Now,
thank you, Mark. The goal is to have like a second family. As we spend so many hours at work, it is the feeling that we are among relatives, among a family, to support each other. So it's a very nice feeling.
That's awesome. Yeah, and also you are, on top of everything else that you've already accomplished, you have accomplished as being your carbon footprint is small. You're like one of the first distilleries to do that as well.
Yeah, we are one of 4 distilleries like owning a biodigester. It's an equipment that receive all the waste after distillation, and with the organic material there, it capture the biogas, the natural gas from the fermentation. I'm sorry if I'm not explaining this very well.
It's okay.
I haven't traveled to the US in a year, so I need my English is like in basics again. But I hope that you are understanding my words. Like with this, after distillation, there's a lot of organic material there, and that organic material continue the fermentation because of the heat after distillation. So in this equipment, we are able to capture all the gas, the natural gas that these organic materials are expelled, and we encapsule this gas. The name is biogas, and with this biogas, we are able to feed part of the boilers that we use to produce the steam for the ovens. So it's part of the investment that we have done to the years, and we found out that this is one of the best ways to make the world like being clean after all of our work. So it's our goal to be a clean industry, a clean
Factory.
clean factory. And thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
Well, this of course there is much to search here, but I think with this equipment we made a huge step regarding ecology. Mm-hmm.
That's great. Yeah, and if anybody's ever been to the hacienda there and the distillery, they're beautiful grounds. They take very good care of them, and the hacienda in itself is like a village. It's so big and neat. I was able to do some tastings in the cantina, which is really great, and it's a beautiful place, and I think you really do have a lot to be proud of there.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about your products, okay? First of all, let's talk a little bit about the San Matias Gran Reserva, okay? Fantastic extra French oak aged extra neo. What is your secret with this one? Because it is, I mean, I recommend it to people when they say, oh, I want something that's a really good extra neo. It's not super expensive, something that I can enjoy sipping after dinner. And this, every time I recommend the San Matias Gran Reserva, people always come back and go, wow, that was really phenomenal. It's now like one of my favorites. And how do you make this for the price that you do? Because it is, for what they charge for it here in the US, it's a great price.
It is, Mark, and this is the fastest selling brand that we have right now in the US and in Mexico as well. It's a beautiful brand. It's so simple, the packaging, the brand, and the story behind it. We were the first tequila distillery in having an extra aged tequila in the market. But at that time, we are talking about 1991, there were no category of extra aged tequilas. It was just aged tequila for 3 years. So we were aging an aged tequila. So when the new category started, the extra age, we didn't want to charge more because a word in our label. So we decided to keep the price because we thought it was fair for the consumers to have like a fair price. So many people have asked us that question: why is it so beautiful tequila? Why is it that price? And that's the story behind. So in Mexico, we have a strong market, and I'm so happy to see that the American consumers are enjoying Gran Reserva as well as in Mexico.
Well, I know people have asked me.
Your opinion.
Oh, no problem. I always give compliments where compliments are due. You ask Humberto. I compliment him all the time. He's awesome. All right. So one of the questions that people ask a lot too is the Mexican version of this is a mixto. So why did you do a mixto in Mexico in 100% agave here in the U.S.?
Well, our company, as any other distillery in tequila distillery, we started distilling mixto, and at the beginning of the company. So when we started making building the idea of having an aged tequila and an extra age, we have tons of tequila mixto in our warehouse. So we made like a test, and the result was extraordinary. If you distill with high quality tequila mixto, the result is extraordinary. So we started selling that in Mexico, and then the 100% became more popular. But our consumers here, our clients here, demanded they didn't want to change the profile of the brand in Mexico. So that's why we thought, and we had a lot of conversations like inside the team. We say, okay, now I think it's very good for the category to promote the 100% agave. And I think this brand is the only brand that it's not a 100% agave of all of our portfolio. And that is because we want to offer consumers what they want, and they like the profile. And we have had visitors that taste the Gran Reserva in Mexico, and they like it a lot as well. But we decided at one point that if we were going to start in the US, we needed to do 100% agave, because it's the trend, and it's we believe in quality, and we want to offer all our consumers the best quality of tequila. So that's the story. That's why in Mexico we decided to keep it the way it was for many years.
We did some blind tastings, and we tried to test it on the market, the 100%, and they kept liking the other profile here in Mexico. The people is really into it, so it's hard for us to do a change here in the Mexican market.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
We have two best sellers, one Mixto here in Mexico and one good 100% agave on the States, which is good.
United States. That's awesome. Well, I know you guys also came out with a Gran Reserva Blanco, right?
Yes.
Is that going to make its way to the U.S. at all? Because I know right now it's just Mexico, correct?
We hope this year. We are working with our friends from Sazerac to have it ready in the U.S. this year.
Oh, awesome.
It's a beautiful, beautiful tequila. Great agaves there. And it's a very nice Blanco. I think you will enjoy it.
I look forward to seeing it here and trying it. All right, so the other one that's one of the loves of my life, and Humberto knows this because every time I come, I always go crazy about it, is the Reysol. And the first barrel of the 10-year that we did, people were just killing each other for it after they tasted it. It was fantastic. But tell us a little bit about how you got the bottle design from Sergio and how you came up with the Reysol, the regular Reysol product.
Well, I'm so proud to be one of Sergio Bustamante's friend. So he, as a friend, was very collaborative with the project. He designed this beautiful bottle for us, and it was very hard at that time. We are talking about 1997. It was very hard at that time to make the mold because of all the peaks from the sun. They were se rompían fácilmente, Humberto. How do you say that?
It
was breaking easily.
Yeah. They were.
Yeah.
They're fragile.
Fragile. Yeah.
Yeah. So they needed to change like a rounded peaks like on the side, but it takes a long time to develop the mold. And we launched that Reysol in Mexico in 1998. So it was a big launch, and I think it's one of the finest tequila in the world. It's 6 years aged in French oak, and we had a special edition, your barrels, a 10-year aged tequila. And we're so happy with the result. We think it's something to collect, something to enjoy, to celebrate something special with Reysol. Everything is like a rounded project. Everything is so beautiful. The bottle, the tequila itself, and it makes us feel very proud of the result. It's like a piece of art that we offer to the public.
It really is. It's actually one of my favorite extra añejos. When people say to me, okay, if you had to pick an extra añejo that was like your favorite French oak extra añejo, and I said by far Reysol. I mean, if you haven't tried it, put it on your bucket list and make sure you try it before you leave this earth, because it is heavenly. It is amazing. I always keep a bottle on my shelf, and that's why I was like ecstatic when Humberto and Armando said to me, hey, we're doing a 10-year aged, would you like to get in on that? And I didn't hesitate at all. I was like, yes, Yes. So I'm really excited to be able to offer that, and people so far loved the first barrel. And the thing that really gets me is how different each barrel is from each other. The ones we got are completely different from each other, but they're both really unique and beautiful and great tasting, which I found to be very interesting. All right, so then you're working your distillery and stuff, and then you decide to put a Tohono in and create a Tohono line. So how did that come about? What made you get all crazy and want to put a Tohono in? My friend Pepe, by the way.
Yes.
We love Pepe.
We love Pepe. Well, it was because we wanted to prepare something special for our 130th anniversary. And that was 2016. And we wanted to honor our ancestors and distill tequila the way tequila was distilled 130 years ago. So we built this Tohono with the basaltic stone from the valley, and we had like the original Tohono, the rounded stone. We had the original one, like the 130 years back. We have it for like we wanted to have it for like our museum, like a piece of collection, but it wasn't perfect conditions. Actually, we have two, but this was like the one in perfect conditions. So we put it back to work. So the Pepe is like a fake donkey. It's just like a costume of a donkey, and it's funny because we respect animals, and we didn't want an animal like working so hard with the heavy stone. So it's like an electric motor with a costume of a donkey. It's just for fun, and we really think, well, let's put some fun here. And Pepe is working hard with.
People love Pepe. Yeah, people love
yes.
Pepe.
Well, I took a picture and some video of him when I was at the distillery last, and I put it up in my Tequila Talk group in Facebook, and everybody always gets a big kick out of it. And I introduced, this is Pepe. He's one of the hardest working employees at Casa San Matias.
He is.
And if you enjoy, he never takes a break, never takes vacation days. And if you enjoy the Tohono, he's the one that makes it for you. And he always gets everybody really enjoys that and sees the picture of him, and it always gets a chuckle and a laugh. So that's
the characteristic. Yeah, thank you, Mark. The Tohono has main differences between Tohono and our other products. The first is the Tohono itself. All the agaves are cooked in the stone ovens. That is the same for all brands, but with the Tohono we extract the juice in the Tohono with this round stone. For a regular tequila in that you crush the agaves in a treadmill, we need 7 kilos per liter. With the Tohono, you need 13. We need 13 kilos. So it's like the difference.
Yeah,
and then we ferment it. No, not efficient at all. But it's not what we are looking for. We are not looking for efficiency there. We want to extract the sweetest juices from the agaves. So then the juice is fermented in wood vats. That it's a Mexican pine. With the wood vats are made of, and then we distill in copper pots. So those three elements are very different, and I think the taste is so unique, and it's the way we honor what like our tequila itself. It's like we wanted to commemorate our anniversary with this beautiful creation. And Rocio is our master distiller, worked very, very hard to have this unique profile. And I think that you will enjoy it. We have now the whole family. We have a Blanco, a Reposado, and the Añejo that you are sipping. And I'm so glad you like it, Mark.
Oh, I love it. And I used to go crazy. I wanted to take the big storage vat of it home, but Armando wouldn't let me when I was at the distillery. I love it. And I think for me, it's like drinking agave in a bottle. It really is. It's amazing. The Blanco is one of my top, regular strength Blancos. Now, I know one question that a lot of people like to know and like to hear what people think about is I've had people before, when we did our barrel buy, the barrel that we selected of the San Matias Gran Reserva was so good and had so much flavor that people were saying that it had additives in it, but I kept telling them, no, it comes straight from the barrel. So I want to kind of have you explain what your thoughts are on additives in tequila, and what do you do as far as with them at San Matias?
We prefer all natural things. So you have seen our cellar. We have almost 14,000 barrels there. So we like to play with wood. We have a little bit of everything. We have French oak, new and used. We have American oak, new and used. And I think that's the challenge, how to create tequilas and with a beautiful profile without adding anything else. Because if you add something, of course, the work is much easier to match like the color or the profile that you want. But we prefer, because we really believe like every tequila that we produce is something so important to us. So we want to offer the best of us to the world. This, for example, to the US, to all our consumers, and they deserve our respect for that. So I saw the taste that it was very interesting seeing the video with the one that you hit tequila and having Gran Reserva. And I was so glad that you find out that there's no additives or sugar.
Oh yeah, you saw my additive natural test.
Yes. I sent the video, Mark, right away.
Humberto, you trying to get me in trouble?
No, not at all.
Yeah, it passed the test with flying colors because people were like, "Oh, this is too sweet. It's got to have additives in it." And I'm like, "No, I've tasted this right out of the barrel. It doesn't." And so I did the test just to show people, and it just passed it with flying colors. People were like, "Okay." So then more and more people started going to the store and posting pictures in the group that I bought it because it's really good. And all right, so the last thing we're going to talk about before we open this up for question and answer is a lot of people don't know this, but you're actually the person behind Los Vecinos del Campo Mezcal. And you guys have an Espadín, a Tobala, and an Ensemble right now. So can you tell us a little bit about how you put this together and why you put this together and what it's all about?
Yeah, well, we create this project with our friends from Sazerac. And the idea is how to, I need to explain a little things before, like tequila has been growing with the time, and mezcal is growing very fast. So we think as a tequila producer, we have a lot to share with Oaxaca and mezcal producers in order to help them to, like, not to suffer all the, how do you say, Humberto, ¿cómo se dice la curva de aprendizaje? I'm sorry, my English is not very...
It's okay.
Well, sometimes
share your good fortune or share your
it's like growing could be painful sometimes.
Oh yes,
and
okay.
We are trying to help the mezcal producers to grow without the pain that we had. So because we have
learning curve.
Learning curve. Okay, learning curve. Yeah.
So the idea here is not to teach them anything, because they know how to make mezcal and how to make it beautiful, like Los Vecinos. But it's how to, for example, we have learned how can we support the community with our work. And I have seen Oaxaca is one of the poorest states in Mexico. And as mezcal is growing as fast as it was. Well, probably this year slow a little bit because of the COVID. But the idea is to implement the practices that we have in San Matias and work with 10 families from 10 palenques to help them to implement these programs in order to share with the community all the benefits. And we have play. I like to say that because it's really, I really enjoy, and I think the team enjoy. We have played with many programs, and we pick the most the best results that we have had. So it's how can we share this knowledge with them, respecting the way they produce their mezcal. So Rocio, our master distiller, traveled to Oaxaca many times to pick the 10 families, and then we are blending the juice from them and having these expressions that we have now. So it's we are working now with organization that provides scholarships for young women and girls, and we are searching for other ideas to share the benefits in Oaxaca. But the main thing is that to respect the essence of mezcal and just sharing our knowledge in the good practices, if you allow me to say that. And there's a lot to do in mezcal. It's a lot to do with the environment. It's a lot of wood burning for the smoky taste of mezcal. There's a lot to do with people, the community itself, with water. So we have explored a lot of number of ideas to how to support each one of these topics, because all of them are very important.
Well, that's excellent. And the mezcal is very good. I've had the Espadín so far, and I've reviewed it, and it is one of my number one recommended mezcals for people that are looking to transition from tequila to mezcal. I think it's got a beautiful flavor for that, and it's everybody that I've referred that said, hey, I'm normally a tequila person, I'd like to try a mezcal, what do you recommend? I refer them to this, and so far everyone's loved it. And the Tobala, I did that as well, and that is phenomenal. Yeah. I was blown away, and I've got the Ensemble coming up as well for review soon. And Humberto, I'll reach out to you for the details on that as well.
Yeah.
And any other new varietals that are going to be coming out from the Los Vecinos del Campo side?
I think not this year. We really need to think like going back to normality when that happened. I think this is a transition year, like from the lockdowns and then having the activity. And in Mexico, we are behind the US. So we need to have more vaccines, and so we are still struggling with that. So I think it's not the right time for a new product, but it's on the list. We want to explore a lot of varieties and do more. And I think this is a beautiful expression, and I'm so glad you like it, Mark.
Oh, thank you. When you do come out with a new expression, make sure you let me know about it, okay? And I'll definitely get the word out and tell people. All right, so there we go. We talked about all the different brands and stuff. Let's open it up a little bit for question and answers. So let me explain to you guys how this works on the question and answer side. If you have a question for us, please put a capital Q next to your comment so I know that it's a question. Otherwise, you can just type a comment, and then I'll fish through those too. If you'd like your question to get priority or your comment, you click the $ below the chat, and you can do a super chat, and where you can donate a little money to help fund the channel and all the content that I do here, as well as my work with the Tequila Collective, where I don't charge anything for membership and I don't do any markups on the tequila. It's all done at price, and it's all done to give you guys some access to some really good stuff that you normally wouldn't have access to. All right, so let's go through, and I'll put them up on the screen, Carmen, so you can see what they're saying, Carmen and Humberto. We got one guy from Cincinnati, Ohio. Greetings from Cincinnati. We have Chicago in the house, and Jason. Hello. I've turned Jason onto your Karma C. We didn't talk about the Karma C. Oh. You want to tell Jason a little bit about that one? Because I know it's just recently been discontinued, right?
Yeah, well, yes and no, because we discontinued from Mexico, but we are having the brand
a surprise for this
A
year.
surprise for you, yes.
Yeah,
Humberto sent me the sign that it's too soon to share, but
yeah,
something with Carmesí is coming to the market.
Oh, nice. Nice. I
really
look forward to that.
really soon.
When I first tasted, I found that, and I was like, well, this is really reasonably priced. It comes from Casa San Matias. And so I messaged Humberto and said, what is this all about? He goes, oh, it was actually a tribute done to Carmen. And he,
No. No.
That's what he told me.
Carmesí. Yeah, no, but it's confusing because it seems to be like my name, but no. It's the Carmesí is the translation of crimson, like the color, the red crimson.
Mm-hmm.
Crimson. So it's a translation. So it's a color. It's not after me.
Oh.
Actually, I had like trouble accepting the brand from the marketing department because of that. I didn't want to show off with my name. It's just like a.
We did it for her, but she doesn't want to admit it.
No.
And here I thought all the information I'm getting from Humberto was 100% accurate.
Do you think that?
Well, I was surprised on how good it is, and I've turned several people onto it, and they're surprised on how good it is. So I'm happy to hear that we have something else coming out from the Carmesí line. Rafa says San Matias Dona Blanca about to be in my glass, so he's going to be sipping on that while he's listening as well.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
We have Ontario, Canada is in the house watching you today.
Excellent.
JB, I turned him on to the Tohono Blanco, and I know he popped it open right before the episode started, and he's a fan. So you have another fan here in JB.
Thank you, JB.
We have don't worry, you will get it, Pablo. We're working on getting everything else set up for that. So that single barrel race saw will be happening. Okay, so let's see what we got here. By the way, we have Rondu17 says the San Matias is amazing tequila and the Grand Reserva is delicious steel if you can find it. So everyone here is loving that stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we have a question for you. Have you faced any challenges being female in a male-led industry?
Not really. Not really. As I was sharing before, I think I have the same challenges as the challenges in the industry is not because I'm a woman or someone is a man. So I have never feel like something is different because I'm a woman. It's the way I feel. Probably my self-esteem is high, and I know that because of my parents. They raised me like feeling the same with capabilities, the same as men. So I have never felt something different.
You never felt anybody treat you any differently than they treat anybody else?
No, Mexico men are very polite. So yes, I have felt something different because it's the good way. For example, if I arrive to a meeting, everyone stands. I have the best seat always. I receive all invitations. So it's more like a privilege instead of being like something not nice. It's always they respect me a lot, and they are very good colleagues. They have supported me when I started 24 years ago. I receive a lot of I have many friends in the industry, so they offer me support if I need it. So I really feel like something very special in the tequila community. So I have been enjoying this too.
Well, you are special, Carmen, so don't let anybody tell you differently.
Thank you so much.
All right. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Gerardo. I appreciate it. I love that you love my channel, and greetings from my family as well. And we're happy to have you as part of the Tequila Hombre family. So thank you for coming and watching. Where can we find San Matias products, good liquor stores, any big retailers in the USA? Thanks. Yeah, you can find them all over. I know the Grand Reserva is everywhere. Even some of the like small family-owned liquor stores has those a year in the U.S. The Tohonas.
If you don't find it, you can help us, like asking for our brands in your liquor store, your favorite liquor store. So we are expanding our distribution. We are growing, and we have now presence in many states. And as Mark's saying, small liquor stores or big chains as well.
And if your store doesn't have it and you want them to order it, just tell them that they can order it from whoever distributes their Sazerac products, because it's all distributed by Sazerac. And so as long as they have Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare and stuff like that in the store, they can get you the San Matias product as well, because it's all Sazerac. Even the Los Vecinos de Campo is all Sazerac. So it should be fairly easy to find, because Sazerac is everywhere. All right, so Bernie, my friend Bernie wants to know, is there any chance the San Matias Tohono will have an extra añejo expression?
It's interesting. We have thought that, but I think definitely yes. We want to have the complete family, but we need a little bit more time to have it ready. And there's something like aging. So maybe by 2023, Humberto, do you think?
23, yeah.
23. And thank you for asking. Yes, I think Mark is going to present you the La Primicia, like the first batch.
First hand, yeah. You will know first hand by Mark, for sure.
Only if you do a single barrel purchase of it, right?
Okay.
I'm still pushing Humberto to get us a high proof Blanco San Matias Tohono. Because when I tried that out of at the distillery when I was with Armando, we had it was actually, I believe, 140 proof. Because they were doing a test on it. It was 100. It was 70% alcohol coming out of the still on the test, and oh my god, that was so good. So I'd love to see 110 proof, high proof Tohono.
Let's talk about it, and we will see if we can do it soon.
Well, maybe we just do it for my group and not tell anybody else, and we'll just have Sazerac bring it in and do it as a special buy, and everybody go crazy. What do you think? Sound like a plan?
Sounds great. Let's talk about it.
Okay. All right. So here's a question to both of you guys. What's your favorite tequila that you make?
Carmen.
Okay. Well, I like them. I like them all. But if I need to choose, I think my favorite is Gran Reserva Extra Age. I like the sweetness, and I like what it represents. Like it's something very meaningful to me. It's a brand that opened for us the door of the premium tequilas. So it has been helping us a lot, like to believe really that we are distilling nice products. We have received many compliments for that, many recognitions. So I really enjoy that, and of course the product itself, the sweetness of the product, I like it a lot.
I like it a lot too. So. All right, what about you, Humberto?
In my case, it depends on the occasion, of course. I would say that for the Tohono line, I will choose the Reposado. It's an amazing Reposado. I think it's one of the best Reposados I ever taste. Because it keeps all the elements from the Blanco, so it's an amazing product. Also, Gran Reserva. I will go for Gran Reserva from Mexico, one of my favorite ones as well. Rey Sol, of course, is amazing for sipping and special occasions. I see them as kids for me. They're not like my sons or daughters or whatever here for me, because I've been really close to the development of the brands. So I love them all. But those are my favorites. I would say that. And there's a new Blanco that you will see soon in the market of the U.S. that is an amazing Blanco as well. Have you seen it, right? You just the San Matias.
The San Matias Gran Reserva Blanco.
Yeah,
I've seen it, and I saw the bottle. It's a white white bottle, which looks really cool, kind of like a frosted glass bottle.
You're gonna be thrilled with that profile. It's an amazing profile, really different from the other blancos that we have in the portfolio.
So what did you guys do different with it?
We choose a special agaves from the highlands of Jalisco for this, and we are using a special yeast that we're not gonna say which one we're using because that's our secret recipe. And we do the first fermentation in copper steel, and the second one the first one in stainless steel, and the second one in copper steel. Okay. So that gives a lot of different flavor to the profile. Amazing product. You will see it.
It's a 40%, right?
At the end, we leave it to rest for 10 days, just 10 days in a Grand Reserva barrel.
Oh, you rest it in a French oak barrel.
Yeah, but just for 10 days, no more than 10 days. Yeah. So that gives a special, you will see the special notes that you can find in this beautiful product.
Oh, nice.
For the US, we're not gonna name it as Gran Reserva Blanco. It's gonna be just San Matias Blanco because we're trying to grow that brand with you guys in your market. So you will see the same bottle that you're talking about, but it's gonna be called Blanco as well. San Matias Blanco, 100% agave.
You got me salivating. I'm looking forward to it.
And we're also having another product soon in your market, Mark. We have a lot of asking from the market that they wanted to try or to have easily San Matias Cristal in the U.S. market. So I know some of your followers, they don't like a lot the Cristalinos. But this is a beautiful Cristalino that the people who really likes this product, they're gonna be having a blast in this tasting when they taste this product.
Actually, I got to taste it because when I sat down with Armando, he ordered it for our drinks for lunch. And when it came, I thought it was Tohono Blanco, and I started drinking it, and I said, "Well, this tastes like an añejo or an aged expression." And I go, Did you give me a Cristalino? And he goes, yeah, it's the Cristalino. I was like, oh, okay. It was good. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Although I'm not a big.
It's very easy to sip. It's very smooth.
Yeah. So it was very easy to drink.
Yeah, I have received this question that why having so many brands, because our portfolio is very wide, and the answer here is, like many years ago, we decided to build something for you, for the consumers. And we want to have what you need in the occasion that you need it. So we want to be with you among your life and having a brand for any occasion. So if you are having a party in summertime with your friends, you can use Pueblo Viejo, perfect for doing all cocktails. If you're having a special occasion, you can have Gran Reserva or Reisol. If you are having a dinner with tequila aficionados, there's Tahona. So we want to offer you that. So it's a variety, and each expression, each brand has its own profile. Rocio always search for different yeast combinations, different woods, different cuts in the distillation to have something different. So it's why we have so many brands and different profiles.
And for when you want to make really good cocktails, the Pueblo Viejo line is fantastic for that. And it's even a really good sipper too. But it is our number one go-to for Palomas here in the house. Excellent. And the Palomas taste so good with the Pueblo Viejo. I always make sure we keep it on hand. You can see over here, there's actually probably, let me move my hand here, there. You've got probably 6 bottles lined up in that cabinet right there of Pueblo Viejo, because my wife loves Palomas. And when she says, Mark, hey, I feel like a Paloma, then I have to grab a bottle of Pueblo Viejo and head downstairs and make Palomas for her. So
that's great.
That's great, yes.
All right, so Cliff wants to know, do you grow your own agave plants, and how is your supply of agave for future growth?
we grow partially what we need. One of my sons is in charge of the agave fields, and our plan has been always not owning all the agave, because we have been wanting all the time to support the local agave growers. So you need to invest a large amount of money. Remember, the agave takes 6-7 years to grow. So it's something that we cannot do, and we don't want to do that. It's like we believe in community in everything. So we own partially. Each year is different. Some years we have 25%, other years we have 50%. Agave, I like to say agave are like children. All of them grow in a different way, even though they are in the same field. Some agaves absorb all the nutrients, others no. So it's very funny. So each year we have a different number of different percentage of agave. You know that we have been facing an agave shortage for many years now, for several years. We are about to see the opposite, an over offered of agave. But we know that because we have been here for many years, we know how it is. So we don't want to go with the flow of owning all the agave or not owning agave. I think we are going to have the same balance, to owning part of what we need, and to hire like local agave growers and continue working with them.
Yeah, and if you ever visit the distillery, you'll see there's agave farms like surrounding the distillery everywhere, and it's a phenomenal sight to see. But there's plenty of agave all around where the distillery is. And the distillery is actually in a different place than the hacienda is, so you have to drive out to where the distillery is, and it's just all agave farms and stuff all around there. We actually got chased out by a dog because I jumped the fence to take a picture in the agave field, and last time we were there. But they were cool. They were like, okay, bye. But I got a good picture in the agave field. All right, so JD wants to know, Carmen and Humberto, what tequila mixed drinks do you recommend? Personally, I enjoy Paloma. I know when I'm there in the cantina, they give me Cantaritos, which were phenomenal.
With Pueblo Viejo, I would recommend Pueblo Viejo Blanco for if you like blancos, or if not, Reposado, as Mark said, is excellent for mixer.
Well, I think he wants to know what mixed drinks do you enjoy?
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Yeah. I think it depends of the season. If it's too warm, the weather is too warm, I like Cantarito as well, because it's a mix of citrics and tequila with ice. So I think it's very. If it's winter time, I would pair other species in the cocktail. I know that we complain it's winter here, but our temperature is like your spring maybe. So it as we have mild winters, it's different. But for example, having Humberto, do you have like in mind a recipe for winter time?
Not really. I mean, on the rocks.
Yes, or with ginger. Yeah. I have tried some cocktails with a lot, but as for mild winters, a sauce, I think always Cantaritos or frozen margaritas. Mango frozen margaritas.
Ooh, so mango might sound good.
Yeah. And for me, Jay, I'm a Paloma guy, so I love Palomas all the way. That will be my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So our next question is, how would you compare the characteristics of the 6-year Reysol and the 10-year? I have a bottle of the 6-year, and I'm interested in what might be in store with the barrel pick for the 10-year.
Well, it's really different. What you are drinking with the Reysol is we mix a batch of barrels from the Reysol collection. And what are you going to taste is a single barrel. It's just a unique barrel that it was chosen for Mark, and it was in a special position, and it has a lot of extra flavors that will come depending on which one of the two are you tasting, of course. And it will depends of the position it was where we put the barrel on the cellar. It will depend of the barrel per se, if they are giving more caramel flavor to it, or more agave, or more chocolate, dark chocolate, cinnamon, on all those tasting notes. But that's the main difference. From the 6 year, we do at the end a blend of a small batch of barrels of raised salt of 6 years. And the main difference that you will find here is that it's just a single barrel. It's a unique barrel. It's not blend, and it will have a lot of quality and a lot of different expression between the two barrels that Mark already shows. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what we did with my barrel is I did something a little different because, the first barrel was our robust flavor profile. So it was very robust. It had very rich agave, the beautiful cinnamon and baking spices up front, almost like a custard Mexican flan that started it. And then it went more into like you get the nice, beautiful French oak, and then a beautiful butterscotch, vanilla, creamy custard mix on the finish. It's just phenomenal. It's a treat. And I still have, I bought a case of, so still there's my bottle right there that I still, but I only bring it out for very special occasions, or if I just said, okay, I need something extraordinary to sip. Now on the second barrel, we picked something on the complete opposite of the spectrum. And that's how different these barrels were. And that the second barrel is a really good aperitif. So it's not as rich in the chocolate and wood flavors. It's very light and floral and ridiculously good, but it's an easy sipper. It's not something that's going to kill your palate before a meal. It's a good, something to sip right before a meal, or if you want to sit out on the porch and enjoy springtime and have something to sip that's not overly rich. This barrel fits the bill for that. And so I'm going to do a video. I'll do a video on the 10-year single barrel, and I'll do a comparison because I do still have a sample bottle of the 29, which I think is the one that this barrel 29 is the one that's coming. And 26 was that one there, our first one. So I'll do a side-by-side tasting and let you guys know like the difference in the notes, because we already sold out of the first one. It's gone. People keep asking me about getting more bottles of it. It's like, sorry. And it's not like you can order them from another store and stuff, but it's not going to be the same. It's going to be completely different. And that was one of the things that I liked about doing the single barrel pick, is that, they put 5 or 6 barrels in front of me, and I got the taste from each of them. Each of them were so different and so unique from each other that I picked the two best, as far as one being super rich and complex and another one being a really nice, floral, beautiful flavored aperitif that you could sip on a hot day or in springtime or something before a meal as an aperitif, and it won't kill your palate. So I hope that it kind of explains things to you. I'll do a review video on the both of them so you guys can see that and see. We've got 41 cases of it to sell. So, and right now 22 cases are taken. So, or claimed that haven't been paid for yet. So until they're paid for, they're not considered really taken, but people have claimed them. So, once we get some more sold, we'll get those shipped to the retailer and get them prepayment on them and get them sent out. So it should be happening fairly soon. Sorry to bother you guys with all those details. So just a compliment to the Tohono bottle design. It's really different than all the other bottles out there. You can tell a lot of dedication has been put into the product line. Thank you from JB, who's a new converted Tohono Blanco fan.
Thank you,
JB.
I love turning people onto good tequila, and Casa San Matias is always one that. All right, so let me see. What do you say? He said, "Wonderful answer on my agave question. Thank you. We'll keep drinking tequila to do our part. There you go. Let's keep those people. Let's keep Humberto employed and getting his paycheck, right? And Robert wants you to know that your command of the English language is wonderful, Carmen. And I have to agree, you did very good.
Robert. Thank you, Robert.
And I know when I come to Mexico and try to speak Spanish, I will not be nearly as good as your command of the English language is. So, but I am working on Babbel, so I'm hoping it'll be a lot better than it was last time. All right, well, it looks like that is all I have for the questions for you guys. Thank you so much, Carmen, for taking time out of your day to come in and talk with us and share your distillery and your products with us. Same with you, Humberto. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We greatly appreciate it. And if any other questions come up, I know how to get a hold of Humberto, so I'll get the answer from him. And I really do look forward to when I'm coming out next time to seeing you both again. And if we do dinner, can we do something where there's no bugs involved?
Okay, for sure.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
good.
Of course. Okay.
It's okay. I enjoyed eating the worms and the crickets. That was different. I enjoyed it. It was really cool. And that restaurant, oh my God, what was it called? Tequila, I think is
La
what it's called.
La Tequila.
La Tequila. It was crazy, the selection of tequilas they had in there. I was like a child in a candy store. It was crazy.
Yeah, but no box for the next time. No worries, Mark.
Thanks. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really do appreciate it. And I know everybody's thanking you guys for coming out and spending time with us. Thanking you for all the great information.
Really honest to say, Mark, and to all your followers that we're really thankful to you guys for supporting our brands. We do it with our heart. It's a distillery really different from the others. We try to be different, and we try to do the things with the heart, and we are really passionate, as you are, in this industry, and thanks for supporting it.
It is our pleasure. Keep making the good products, and we'll keep buying them. I promise you.
We will. Thank you so much for your support.
All right. You guys have a good night. Thank you again. Everybody, good night. We'll see you next week on Monday for the question and answer session. And make sure you check out the new review coming out. I've got a review that will be released on Friday, and you guys will love it. So make sure you check that out. And until next time, and you guys can join me because I know you know it, Humberto. Like I always say, life is too short to drink.
Oh, I forgot.
Bad tequila.
Bad tequila, yeah, bad tequila.
Salud.
Salud.
Salud.